It's time for Rabbi Minkowicz's Weekly Torah Lesson, a place where life's most difficult questions are answered. Here with his spiritual perspective and insight, Rabbi Minkowicz.
Welcome to our weekly Torah lesson. This week's Torah portion is Parshat Vayakhel. The question of the week is, what is the Jewish work ethic? So in this week's Torah portion, Parshat Vayakhel, we have the commandment of Sheishes Yomim Te'aseh Melacha. For 6 days, work should be done. Uba Yom HaShvi, on the seventh day, Yeh Kodesh, it should be a holy day, Shabbos, and it should be a day for Shabbat. So the Rebbe asks a simple question, he says, based on the Medrash and Rambam. The Torah tells us not only is it a mitzvah to rest in Shabbat, but the Torah is indicating it's a mitzvah to work for 6 days. So we have a biblical obligation to work, be productive for 6 days of the week. And the more we work and the more productive we are, we will enjoy Shabbat even better. But then the Rebbe goes out to point out, and he says, it doesn't say Sheishes Yom Ta'aseh Melacha, you shall do work, but it says Sheishes Yom Te'aseh Melacha. Work should happen on its own. So what does that mean? How does work happen on its own? So the Rebbe explains, and he says as follows: that Sheishes Yomim, for 6 days we are to do work. But what does that mean? We're to do work. When we do work, there's two parts. There's one is doing the work, and then the second part is realizing who is giving us the energy to be able to be productive and do work, and who is creating our success. And here is the unique gift and commandment to the Jewish people. God is saying, Sheishes Yomim Te'aseh Melacha. It's your job for 6 days to do work and be productive. Show up and do what you need to do. But remember that ultimately, who is the one that puts the finishing touch on your work? Who's the one that signs your paycheck? Who's the one that causes the ultimate success? That comes from your emunah, from your faith in God, that God is doing the work together with you. So to answer the question, what is the Jewish work ethic? The Jewish work ethic is just like it's a mitzvah to rest in Shabbat. It's a mitzvah to work for 6 days, but also to remember that it's not ultimately our strength that's causing us to be productive and successful, but to realize that it's the blessings of God, the faith in God, that causes us to be successful, and ultimately God is the one that signs our paychecks, that causes us to be profitable and successful. This week's shir is dedicated to the memory of Eliyahu, Ephraim, ben Yosef. May his Nechamie have an Aliyah. Thanks so much for joining us for our weekly Torah portion. Please join us for live classes at Chabad. Thursday morning, Nechamie gives a Parsha class at 11. Thursday evening at 7, there's a class in teachings of the Arizal on Kabbalah. Saturday morning, we have a Kabbalah class at 9 o'clock, followed by davening, followed by Farbringen. Thanks so much for joining us. Shavua Tov. Have a great week.
It's Steinomite.